All right, so it's a cool and yicky January 2nd, okay? We're gonna continue our educational series, farm-related topics here. Let your comments below of what you guys want to be educated on, or just tell me in person. I really don't care. I just assumed that the comment section would be easier, but no, well. We're gonna talk about tractors today, okay? We're gonna talk about tractors. There are very different makes, models, sizes, configurations, sizes, weights per se. It's how a tractor is made. So I'm standing right in front of two very, very classic tractors. I'm actually looking at them dead square in the eye. And you guys can probably figure out what they are just by the two words, American Classic, okay? Oh, what the heck, I'll just show you anyhow. They are the John Deere 3010 and John Deere 4020. We're going to talk a little bit about what a tractor is, basically, for those of you non-farmers, okay? We're going to look at this 4020 here because it was and still is the American iconic legend of tractors, if you will, because none other than the John Deere 4020, it is and was and still is the perfect tractor for any farm, because of its sheer size and agility. Not to put too much compaction on the ground, and what I mean by compaction is, we'll come back here to the tires for a minute. I want to show you something about compaction that not many people know is when you run over field, these tires are very, very heavy. You can see we got these cast iron thingies back here, okay? Now you probably wonder yourselves, what the heck are them cast iron thingies on the inside of that are sitting on that round slidey thing there? That's called an axle shaft, okay? Now they set on this axle shaft here, and they're bolted in place by these bolts here that hold two, I'm going to say more than 200 pound of weight. Okay, there's two probably 600 pound weights here a piece, okay? And they make up, you know, what this tractor needs for weight, for pulling wagons and all that. This tractor was designed by John Deere to do tillage, plowing, basically what a tractor was made to do. So you make, so you got these tires, okay? They come in different configurations, different sizes. So basically, you're going through the field, and you start to see divots in the ground about yay big, okay? And so that's compaction. When you run something over the field and you see a little indent in the field, it could be from a small tire like that or a big tire like that. And that's, you know, we try to eliminate compaction by not running in the wet conditions, because it just makes, you know, the field that much harder come springtime or whatever. So basically back to what a tractor is. A tractor is basically a power plant with a set of hydraulics and a rear PTO. This is the power plant of the tractor. It's a diesel engine. Got the oil filters right there. There's where you check your engine oil. And it runs a hydraulic pump. For the back end, it's got a transmission, 8-speed synchronized transmission. Same as that 3010. It's a little smaller tractor. Its job is to move hay wagons around and stuff like that because of how closely spaced the tires are, which it's a tricycle front end. You think of a tricycle, you know, when you were growing up or whatever, you know, mom would let you play on the tricycle in the driveway. Bicycle being 2 wheels, okay, was the tricycle. Wheels being close together. This is a wide front end. Wheels being spaced farther apart, primarily for row crop planting. Now, if you guys are ever more curious, these are adjustable, okay? These are adjustable for different row spacings, for different crops. You can slide these in or out or whatever you want to do. And they're evenly spaced at 3 holes. They're evenly spaced at 3 holes. I don't know if I want to be able to get to the back of this thing to show you what I mean by the hydraulics. Yeah, I can for a little bit. It's got 2 sets of hydraulics, okay? It's got 2 sets of remotes. Each remote has its own port, as you will, for... If you look here on this diagram, it shows on the cylinder, okay, when you got your hoses hooked up to a cylinder, it shows that this is the down and this is up, okay? Same way over there, same way over there. And then you come down here to this guy here, which is called the power takeoff shaft. Now, if you guys revert back to my video that I was showing about bedding material, you'll see that I acknowledge or go over to the round baler and how it has a PTO shaft. This is basically what a PTO shaft is. It's a stub here. The engine on this tractor turns this power takeoff shaft. There's a lever up there, okay? There's a lever up there that when that lever is engaged, it transfers power from the engine back here to the business end, to the drive shaft on the baler, making a round bale, or running various other PTO operated equipment, whether it be a mower or a hay tedder for that matter. So I'm standing in front of our biggest tractor on the farm here, this John Deere 7810. It's a 2000 year model. It is 175 horsepower. This 4020 is 90 horse, and the 3010 is 63 horse. What you would use this tractor for, actually both of these, the 7810 and 7800, they are the same tractor, except the 7800 is 150. This is 175 horse. We normally put this on that ripper over there because it requires at least 130 horse to run that ripper. Both of these tractors are greater than 130 horse, so we don't care what tractor we put the ripper on. It's always better to have more horsepower than not enough, so we just use a 7810. This has got the same configuration as the 4020, wide front end, but this is non-adjustable front end. I mean, I guess it is. If you take these, somehow you're supposed to be able to take these front wheels, flip them side for side, and that either widens or narrows them up. We had to do that to another tractor, our John Deere 7200. We had to narrow the thing up. But this, you're probably going and asking yourselves, why does this thing have such big tires, okay, compared to that? Because this is what is called a four-wheel drive tractor, or manual four-wheel drive, or 4WD for short. Okay, front wheel assist, four-wheel drive. Basically, what you would use this for is for like there's a switch up in a cab, and you would use that switch, or at least I do, when doing tillage work and stuff like that. 7800, I use it when mowing hay, because it is just that much easier on the rear end, and it helps save fuel. I have done my research, and the front end actually spins 1/10 of a mile an hour faster than the rear end, okay? Talking about the rear end, this has duals on it. Basically what duals are a secondary set of the inner tires, okay? Basically, this also helps with compaction. It helps with the ride of the tractor. It helps just spread the weight out so it doesn't compact, like we were talking about earlier, so it doesn't compact the ground as easy. Okay. So then there's basically different tires, like what's on the front of that 7800. But let's go back here. Okay? Same thing. This one has three sets. Of remotes back here for various options to your farming needs. The disc and the cultipacker. One set is for up and down. One set is for the wings, and the other set is for the cultipacker for fold, unfold, and up and down. On that is all done just on these two remotes here. Okay, and this one also has 1,000 or a PTO, and on this 7810. I'm not going to go over so much of 7800 other than you can put different kind of tires on it. This has the right kind of tires for this tractor. These fat ones are supposed to, they cushion the ride. You ever go over plowed ground, how it's all, you know, wavy and everything? Well, these take the shock, the cushion, or the stiffness out of the ride. Let me go with that. These tires up here, these are skid steer tires. They're agricultural tires, construction grade tires. These are narrower, and they do not provide near as good of a ride as the bigger tires do back here. Basically same tractor, not going to spend too much time on it. It's got duals, it's got lights, it's got everything. Basically, again, 3 sets of remotes and a PTO shaft in the back end. Same thing as that 4020 that we went over earlier, which I hope you guys are learning something from me. I really do.